Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dakota Dunn. I'm the executive producer and director of Stellar Films Motion Pictures right here out of McArthur, Ohio. We are currently here in the village of McArthur within Vinton County at the Courthouse, where a No Kings protest is currently taking place. It is October 18th. Recently, there hasn't been very much coverage here in Vinton County, so we have been taking over a lot of the news coverage. We did Midnight at Moonville this past Saturday, and then today we're going to be doing the No Kings protest. Where we're going to be collecting interviews of individuals. We're going to stay completely neutral on it. We are not choosing any political sides, no views. We're approaching this from a outsider standpoint to ask questions to see what it is about, who they are, why they are here, what it makes them feel, how it makes them feel, and so on and so forth. Without further ado, we're going to collect a couple people, and we'll be back with you in just a moment.
My name's Ken Reed, and I graduated in Vinton County High School back in 1972, so I've been around for a while. The reason I'm out here today is to basically take a stand, to let the powers or people know that there are people out here concerned about democracy. We are concerned about the path our country's going. We are a nation of laws and of constitution and equal branches of government. And many of us are concerned that we see power being consolidated into one branch, the executive branch, and at the president's office. And so we're concerned about our country. We just want to let that be known to people. Today's protest is, again, it's folks coming together to stand up and say we do not want to see fascism in this country. We know kings. The American Revolution, George Washington and them fought so we'd have no kings. You know, America's supposed to be the land where no man a king, every man a kingdom. And we see it, our country sliding in a direction where some people are actually openly advocating to have a king. And we think that's wrong. For me personally, to be out here protesting is be able to take a small stand in a small town. You know, we're very few people out here. We're in the intersection in the most rural populated county in Ohio. But hey, we're getting our voices known, and to be able to just say something. Maybe if we do slide farther into fascism, I can be able to tell my grandchildren that, you know, I did something. I've studied a lot of history, seen how, you know, nations have slowly slid into fascism. You look at Germany in the 30s. You know, in the 30s, Germany was the pinnacle of Western civilization with great philosophers and institutions and colleges, and they were known for the theologians. And then a few years later, one person was able to lead them down the path of fascism, and we've seen the destruction of that nation and the deaths of tens of millions of people. Our hope is this protest will let people know that there are people concerned. And I've been encouraged by the number of people driving by, honking, giving us thumbs up. There's a lot of people who would like to participate, who have the same concerns I do and the people gathered here, but for whatever reason aren't able or not willing to, you know, stand out here on the street corner on a beautiful Saturday afternoon and let their voices be known. But there's a lot of support. And I think for every one of us standing here today, there's, you know, another dozen or 24 people that feel very much like we do. So it's just, in a small way, being able to try to get a message across that no kings in America. What I'd like to see changed about our country is getting back to the three equal branches of government. When our founders created the three equal branches of government, we didn't have political parties. And they thought Congress would stand up for Congress, the executive branch stand up for the executive, the judicial would stand up for their branch, and you'd have that tug and pull, that balance of power. Well, now we see in our country where all power is getting ceded to the executive branch. Congress has absolved themselves of any responsibility of being that equal co-branch of government. So we'd like to get back to those three basic forms of branches of government that our founding fathers created. And they created that so we wouldn't have a king. Again, the American Revolution was fought to get out from underneath the rule of a king. And we're here today to say, hey, we don't want to see any kings in America.
My name is Kathy Muncie, and I'm here in Vinton County, McArthur, to protest the No Kings protest. Well, I don't want to live in a regime. I've lived 71 years being free. And I want the same for my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren. And that's why I'm here. I just want it better for them. 'Cause I've had it, you know, I've had a good life. And I just want them to have the same. Instead of just being Republican, Democrat, people are out here working and trying to save America from fascist leaders. And that's why I'm here. I want to make a change. You should all care. Just keep fighting, guys, and love your country. That's all I can say.
My name is Bill Hensley. I live out on Harkins Chapel Road. Served 22 years in the United States Navy. Retired as a Chief Petty Officer in 1996. I'm here today for the No Kings Day, October 18, 2025, because I'm a firm believer that this current administration is subjugating the Constitution just about daily. Well, I spent 22 years defending that very Constitution, taking the oath, numerous times, raising my right hand and repeat after me type thing, and to see an individual in power so abuse that very document is one aspect of it. The other aspect of it is, if I was to support him, that basically null and voids my 22 years of service. And I don't want that to happen either. We've also need to get back to bipartisanship, where we don't have A over here fighting B and saying, fight, 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 fight. But then they don't want to come to the table and talk, negotiate, compromise. That's not happening.
I'm Madison Radaball.
And I'm Pam Radaball, her grandmother. I'm out here to allow everyone to know how I feel about the person who will remain nameless, because I do hesitate to broadcast him very much, but I'm here for my country.
I'm also here for our country, and I'm here to fight against fascism and
Yes.
Nazis.
And my brother gave his life in Vietnam. He was very patriotic, and these are his dog tags, and we're a Gold Star family. And so I've had a history in my family of people who fought in World War II, World War I, the Revolutionary War on the wrong side. But he became a colonist and joined the Federalist Army, but he started out as a redcoat. His name was Darling Dawson. I have a great-grandmother who was a great-great-grandmother who was a full-blooded Cherokee. No, I'm sorry, she was a full-blooded Shawnee from the Shawnee tribe, excuse me. But
And your dad was in the Army?
Oh, my dad was in the Navy,
Your
my
husband?
uncle, my husband, yes.
Your
So we're here
children?
to stand up for all those who can't stand up, and to let our country know how valuable it is to us, how much and how privileged we're blessed to be able to live here, and how we want everyone to some morning get up and just wake up and see what we see before it's too late. I'm just proud to be able to come here and let people know that I support my country.
Yeah, and
that
I wanna
love my country. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I was just going to say I want to show that I'm not scared
No.
to protest, and it's not an I hate America protest. It's because I love America, and I believe in the right to protest
Exactly.
safely and to use our voices, because that's what this country is built on,
And
the
we
people.
have worked too hard through the years to give the blessing of this country to our children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren. We don't want that tradition to stop. We want to be the shining light on the hill, as Ronald Reagan said, and we want to be the country that people turn to for help. We want to be compassionate and give them food and give them health and medicine. We want to be the people who do what Jesus Christ told us to do. Take care of the poor and the afflicted. And the Kennedys' motto was, I believe, to those that much is given, much is required. And we are required by God, if no one else.
I was just going to say, and it's not, I don't know when it became radical to
No,
protest
me neither.
peacefully, or when it became radical to see trans, gay people as people that have the same rights as everyone. It's not, and it's ludicrous
Yes.
that it's turned into that. And I don't know what's happened.
And I love them all. I just want them to think the way I do. I really do. We're too big and too great to not get through it. I just want everyone to realize they do have a voice, that they are important, that this is a stressful, deadly time for us, that we have to rise to the occasion. We can't let our ancestors that formed this country, we can't let all of this be for nothing. This is for the world. This is for everyone that has compassion, everyone that wants to be loved. We're a very important nation, and I want us to stay what we are. I want everyone to know that I really truly believe the majority of Americans feel the same way Madison and I do, that we love this country, that we want our fellow Americans to, if not think the same way we do, learn to be more tolerant and learn to embrace those that are different. That's what we're all about. That's why so many people came here. I just want them to take another look deep down and think what they're doing and what they're saying.
Let's also bring back the respect and dignity
Yes.
and education that's required in these office roles.
Yes. We need experience in our government. That is what is valuable. We think we need the youth for the energy, but we need them for backup, and we need them to become involved, but following the right plan.
I would like to go back to finding the real answers. So I hope this protest inspires people to look into the facts and
Right.
stop taking facts from social media. I love that you guys are doing this
Yes.
because it's like getting out there to actually look at what's happening instead of just believing a politician that says that this is the I Hate America protest. Like, look into it and see what people are saying. So thank you for coming out here
Yes, we
and
appreciate it
getting
so
the
much.
people's voices.